Hello, and welcome back to Roll Initiative. Show where a group of friends get together and play Dungeons and Dragons. Before we get started, guys, let's do a recap of what happened last time we were together. You guys managed to gather 5 ships to travel with you to Chult. Using Halcyon's rock slider to help convince the shipmen, you also took quite a liking to it. Now you're to the point where you're needing this high at least every 8 hours. You guys did sail to Chult with the intention to rescue its people. You did successfully board all 5 ships with Chultan survivors. You began to head back to Waterdeep, approaching a LOA ship, attempting to block your guys' path. Of course, a battle did break out, and after destroying this ship, Kari, you created a diversion by using the smoke from this burning ship to create a visual barrier. You guys arrived in Waterdeep, but remembering Gilbert's words, you sailed about a mile or so farther north, finding a rendezvous point with 2 knights of the Del Sera. After successfully getting all the Chultan off the ships, you were handed a wooden chest. It was told us from Gilbert, and you boarded your ship with a crew of 20. As you began to sail northwest, Kari, you noticed Leah drinking the last of Halcyon's rock slider. And that is where we will begin. So as of right now, the ship is heading in the northwest direction. What you guys want to do?
So just leaving Waterdeep.
Just leaving out.
How many dales is it to sail?
Dales.
To get to Midgard,
Yes.
you're looking at roughly 3 weeks just on this part of travel before you get to the void.
And I know my direction, as far as I know, is travel west on the sea until you...
Up northwest, yep. So you're heading, it kind of guided you up that way, so you're going up that way, yep.
So you hit the thing you can't miss.
Yes.
What do we want to do for 3 weeks?
So I've seen her drink the last of it.
Yes. As you drink the last of it, you actually kind of get this, I want to say, a little bit of fear, knowing that the bottle is completely empty, and you know probably within the next 6 to 8 hours you're going to start feeling that sweating and that hurting and that aching. So you're desperately trying to think in your mind how you can be able to be on a boat for 3 weeks in this condition. So that's what
I'm gonna make my way over to her.
How much crew do we still have on the ship?
20.
Still 20. Okay.
Hey, Leah.
Hello.
So, I won't mention to anybody else. We can keep it between us, but I think I just noticed you drank the last of that liquor.
Yep.
How you feeling?
I'm okay right now, but in about 6 hours, I'm not gonna be doing so good.
While I'm standing there next to her, I'm just gonna put my hands down on her shoulders and try greater restoration and see if it helps. I can't shake the...
For a quick moment, maybe 5 to 10 seconds, you feel like it's left you, and then you feel that immediately. No, it did not. It did not.
If you need a furry animal to snuggle with, it's probably going to be a rough ride. My auntie told me about people getting addicted to things when I was little and how it could be hard, so this could be rough, but at least we're out here.
Yeah, it's good for me to get it out of my system. I'm not gonna like it, but it'll be better for me in the long run, right?
Is Kari the only one who saw her drink the last of it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you want something big and furry to sweat on or punch, or I'll be here for you.
I appreciate it.
You all notice enough that Leah's just not acting like herself, but that's about it. You can see her actually finish the rest of it.
And I'm just gonna wander away. Just, you know how to find me.
If you need help.
You guys do have that wooden chest too. Did you?
Well, let's go ahead and inspect that.
You were able to just open it up. Inside of it, first thing you see are 2 sealed letters. One that says Gate Master. The other one It says Reginald, Coastline Tavern. You also find 10
Reginald what?
Coastline Tavern.
Reginald.
Reginald, you got it.
Good old Reggie. Coastline Tavern.
You also find 10 4d8 plus 4 health potions. 10 total.
48 plus 8.
Yep, plus 4.
And 10, 48 plus 4
Yep,
potions.
total.
Total, so we have to split.
So it's like
We all get
2.
2.
Yeah, of course. So let's just do that now.
2d8
2
plus
48 plus 4.
Take
2 4d8 plus 4. Yes. 2.
Not 48.
2.
4d8.
Yeah.
4
4 delta 8.
Oh, thank you. 4 delta 8. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
You also find another potion in there. Very kind of a reddish, yellowish liquid in there. As you read this label on it, is a potion of fire breathing.
Oh.
So one of those.
So who wants to hold that?
Fire.
I can take
Just
it
put
away in the bag.
away, yeah, for now.
I have a bag
Okay.
anyway. I'm going to put it in there for safekeeping. Alright.
Also, 2 potions of heroism. And
Just a little note for what that one does.
let's see.
All those sorts of-
Yeah, I don't know. 2 potions of heroism.
Yes, 2 potions of heroism.
You might need it. About 16 hours.
Is.
One second.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, me either.
There's no little red line underneath it that you can right click on.
Alright.
Say, did you mean?
I mean, I guess technically there is if you're writing on a
Spell check.
pad.
And one, while I'm doing this, 1 potion of invulnerability.
Oh my. What is the heroism thing?
Is that right now?
Oh, okay. Oh, you're looking. Okay.
Yeah. 1 second.
Sorry.
Okay.
It's
Now,
totally spelled wrong.
Just after you're making fun of us.
how this works is after drinking it, 1 hour after drinking it, you gain 10 temporary hit points that last for an hour.
Potion of heroism.
Yes.
10 hit points.
Also, for the same duration, you are under the effect of the Bless spell. No concentration required. And it's very much of like a bluish potion. Inside of here, it actually bubbles in there and steams as if it's boiling as you look at it. Your potion of invulnerability. For 1 minute after you drink this potion, you have resistance to all damage.
1 minute?
Yep.
Oh, it's a short one.
In the
There's
game,
one of
it's,
Yes.
oh geez,
Like a
10
battle.
rounds.
Yeah. Solid battle.
And this one's more looks almost like maple syrup in there, kind of just thick looking.
Resistance is half. Yeah, right.
Yep, resistance is half.
Okay.
Alright.
So you guys go through this stuff. Who is holding the letters? Just roll, seal, parchment.
I'll hold the letters.
You should, yeah.
Okay, so you have them both.
You can take care of the documents.
You take
I've got all the potions in the
potions.
bag.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So you guys kind of sort that out, kind of put
And I'll
this just
leave that
aside. Now, the Morning Star is pushing forward, heading northwest across a vast sea. It's got large seagulls. At times, they keep pace with the vessels. At times, landing along the ship's bow. As day turns to night, Faerun fades completely out of sight. The night gives to smooth travel. Air is warm and damp. Just the essence and the smells of the sea kind of tickle at your nose. Leah, even with this peace, you're starting to feel anxious. Finishing what you had left, your body's now really starting to ache. You have chills, but feels you're burning up. And you start to think, you've been trying to figure out a way to balance yourself. You kind of remember growing up, and not the most conventional way. Working as an entertainer for most of your life, you're very aware the shipmen tend to dabble in certain stimulants that may help you with withdrawal. So you are aware of the fact that you got 20 guys below that may be able to aid you in some way. So you're kind of sitting there thinking, and honestly, it's it's pulling you. Your will's kind of like, I can get through this, but I'm hurt. So,
I am keeping a close watch on her.
she's watching. What do you want to do?
Just say no.
Just say no. No to drugs.
Okay. I need a Constitution saving throw.
See if you can say no.
That's where the game is good. We've done it faster.
Inspo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you if you were gonna.
So an 8, right?
That
Yeah.
constitution. Yeah.
4, 6.
12.
I want you to do me a favor. There's percentile dice in there. They have, you guys share percentile dice. It's 2 zeros.
The 10s.
They're 10s. I need you to roll that with a 10. A regular 10.
You got it?
Yep.
And then a regular 10.
A regular 10.
Nope, that's
No.
12.
The other
Same
pyramid just like
shape,
that, or the
single
other
digits.
spaceship. Yep.
There we
Yep.
go.
Spaceship.
And the double one is the 10, so I just want you to tell me what you roll at.
Like a 1.
45.
So, you give into the temptation, but you are suffering one level of exhaustion. Just your body's starting to really hurt.
She seeks out.
Nope, she stays there.
She stays.
Oh, she's
She's going through
Alright.
it.
You're going through it, but
She's just
you
gonna
fought
power
that.
through the pain.
And this is what going through
First
is
thing off.
like. Withdrawal.
Crack kills people. Don't do drugs.
Yes.
Got spice.
Oriana, as you are resting, you begin to dream of your Aunt Serena Maryglade. Someone you haven't thought of for years. You see her long red hair, her silver blue eyes. You dream of the stories that she would tell you, of the things that she's seen. You hear her voice calling out to you, Oriana. Oriana, as in her dream, she's reaching towards you, getting closer, as you just immediately awake in this cold sweat. For a moment, you feel your power, your magic back into you, and then it fades. You guys sleep through the night. It's starting to get cooler. The more northwest you're heading, there is just nothing to be seen but ocean, water. Anything you guys want to do?
Anyway, we can speed up the boat.
The winds
Cast a
are-
spell,
I
like
want
wind
to-
spell on the
I
sail.
want
You
to
guys
train
can
with
train.
my new fire blade.
Okay. You can do it, but it's gonna be at disadvantage because right now you're.
I'm too exhausted. Never mind that.
Yeah,
Never mind.
you pick it up for a moment, and you're just like, God, you just kind of creep back and sit there. You're sweating, even though the air's getting colder. You're just sweating as you sit there.
As I'm captaining the ship, I want to have maybe 1 or 2 of the crew in their spare time make some ammunition for me.
Okay. For regular gun, pistol.
Well, you know,
All of the above.
I want them to make my ammunition while I'm driving the boat. I got other things to do.
Oh, Captain, my Captain.
How many are you using? Okay,
I have
shipment.
Oh, let's use 2. Not out. I just like some all dragon.
Okay. So, you give them this undertaking. They're up on the main deck, kind of trying to make it working on this. And you kind of peek out once in a while. They've been doing this for like over a couple hours now. And you keep once in a while, so you just walk up.
Well, so I mean,
come back.
whenever I get like
They managed to make
spare
the
time,
three
I'm
of them
sure I got
together.
enough spare time that I could probably do it myself.
Well, the three of them together managed to get 6 bullets for your pistol,
Oh, I'll take that.
and only 2 shell casings for the scatter.
2 of those, okay.
And you can see as you look at them, craftsmanship is doable, but
Could be better.
yeah.
I
Watch out
wanna
for a backfire.
Yeah.
observe Rufus. Rufus,
Mm-hmm.
is it hard to drive the boat?
It's not about the driving. It's about where you're going.
I'm pretty good with directions.
I'm pretty good about coming back every so often, so yeah.
Can I try? Someone take the helm.
Give me a dexterity check.
I could use some alone time. Coffee, wink, wink, poop.
At disadvantage. Because you'll never.
I took that as a totally different. You were like alone time.
I did that, so I was like, you know what? I just meant that, so
That's like
I'm gonna clarify that.
Some alone time.
I
It's a
What?
me time.
I like how she laughed.
She's not a good
Yeah, you kind of watch for a second and the nerves just overtake you. I mean,
Right.
before you did it, you're like, I got this. What's it? Anybody can do this. So you're like, okay, and you kind of just step back and you're like, maybe I can come back to it later, just watch you some more.
All right, I'm gonna plant myself right behind you and
So
pay
in other
attention.
words, I had a rocky poo.
Yeah.
All right,
That wasn't
so
nice.
I have taken a ship from Midgard to.
The nether worlds.
You know where you're from, and you know Midgard, the trip period you have no memory of. You remember a void. So you
But
remember it as
I think are you asking that you have knowledge of both?
But I have knowledge of boats.
Yes,
Is what I'm
yes,
getting at.
yes.
So maybe I need to try to take my mind off of my crack fix and.
Okay, before you do that, as you were sitting kind of along the boat you were watching these shipmen kind of try and attempt to make ammunition. You notice one, kind of real thin, keeps kind of looking over at you. He kind of smiles once in a while, his teeth all kind of rotted and kind
That's lovely sounding.
He likes you.
of like walks over to you as they're chill making ammunition. This was happening then, he kind of leans over and goes, "You look like something's got a hold of you, little girl. I got something that might be able to help take that, what do we call it? The sea's edge off." He kind of just reaches in his pocket and he has this vial. It's not liquid though. It's more like a dust of some kind. They call this the spice. It cures everything. He kind of just puts it back in his pocket. You let me know if you need some because you're only at stage 1 right now. I think I'll be seeing you downstairs in probably about 4 hours. And he kind of just walks back, starts making both, kind of looks over, getting grins at you, and it's like yellow and gray, broken off teeth. It's kind of he's very thin, just kind of oof. He just continues to make his stuff.
Looks like a good time.
But you said now you want to go try to drive the ship, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to try to get my mind off of.
Okay,
off
so you
of-
kind of look at him as you walk, and you get kind of stumble a little bit, hurting, but try not to show him it's as bad as you're actually feeling. Okay. Make your way up to the helm and give me a dexterity check at disadvantage. Just because you'll level 1 exhaustion. This adds your dex modifier to it,
Oh, but I'm proficient too.
but not in driving the boat. In a weapon you are, your bow, but
I was gonna say, but you said dexterity, and
just your
my
dexterity modifier, so plus whatever the plus is.
Fine. I was trying to get my.
Not good.
What?
That's not bad.
What
I
is
got
it?
a 20 and a 7, so
we have to lower
7,
one.
8, 9, 10, 11.
11. You're able to kind of, because you had a history of boats before it comes back to you a little bit, but you're good for about 5 minutes before you just, God, you're thinking about that, how much you're hurting. In fact, I need another Constitution saving throw from you because it's the next day.
Can I? Knowing that, okay, we're pushing 2 days now, and I'm obviously noticing because I've been keeping a watch of her.
Right?
10.
Yes.
Can
Does
I?
that could be at level 2?
I get a wild hair at my butt,
Mm-hmm.
and again, reach back and just kind of put my hand on her shoulder, let her know she's got a friend,
Okay.
Damn it.
and try to cast a spell magic.
Okay. So you burn that slot.
Yeah.
This is addiction. It's not magic.
Oh, good try then.
Good try.
I
I'm gonna
appreciate the
keep
effort.
trying things.
I appreciate the effort. Keep trying.
Um,
Keep trying.
As of right now, just so you know kind of where you're at, you can not only like move half your, so you're moving slower. and you're just, you're not feeling very functional at things.
I did have a really good idea, but I'm not gonna use it.
I got a plan. One.
I did have a good idea, but then I was like, that's a bad idea.
So what so everybody do at this point? You notice your food thing is getting a little bit low,
Nothing.
so you might want to maybe get you guys some food, things like that.
All right,
Finish off the ship.
I'm
Again.
gonna,
Like, how much of the crew do I need to be like helping me like maintain course, and how much of the crew
You can
like,
bring half the crew up right
start
now.
fishing and
You can
know,
bring half the crew up right now.
Let's do it.
That. So why don't we 10?
Go fishing.
10. Let's make it. Everybody gets a roll. So everybody roll me a 20.
gone fishing. What?
20.
Just 20?
Yep.
17.
7.
17.
Okay.
3 sevens and 2 17s. That's a little
So it was a
weird.
group roll, so.
Odd, actually.
You guys spend a good 3 hours fishing roughly. Enough food as you look at what they've caught to get you through at least another 3 or 4 days.
Okay.
So there's enough food there. You're kind of watching as they're fishing, and one of the fishing guys is good old Henry kind of smiles at you. How you feeling there? Looking kind of rough. I can take it all away.
I'm trying to resist it.
Do I notice him interacting with her?
Oh yeah, see that kind of. Well, you don't know what they're saying, but you kind of see him kind of look over, and they're kind of smiling. What you want to do?
Nothing yet. I'm just keeping an eye. I'm going to abandon my desire to drive the boat. I'm now watching her
Okay.
like a hawk.
Okay.
But I'm gonna keep my distance. I'm just watching.
Can I go check out those letters that we got?
They're sealed.
I know. I have a forgery kit, so can I investigate the seal and see if I can forge it if I open it and read it?
Oh.
Do we have any instructions on them? Or are we supposed to
It
like?
just says 2
That's
names. in
people's
it.
name.
Yeah.
Oh, so like kind of like maybe we could deliver them to.
Gate master's there. And the other one says
It's
What
our,
do you
it's
do?
our path in.
I don't know, man.
Give me a dex.
Alright.
Sleight of hand.
I can't.
Sleight of hand.
Just bardic inspiration?
There's never a bad time to learn how to be a rogue,
It's true.
because you are supposed to be able to
23.
do this. Yes.
Nice.
You want to break seals off both of them?
Let's start with Reggie's.
Reggie.
Reggie,
Reginald.
Reggie's.
When you open this, first thing you notice, language, writing, you've never seen before. The writing. You can give me just give me a straight intelligence check.
Alright, can I call a friend? Can I phone a friend?
Yeah.
That speaks a lot of languages.
Yeah, what's the
I'm gonna call her. Well, I don't know. I can't read it. So.
Okay, yeah. Well, yeah. I don't
You'll
know.
know if you have a better
What the
chance or not.
language is, yeah.
Okay, so you kind of look at
Maybe.
over. First of all, you notice he just broke the seal on this
Right.
this letter. And
So
you kind
I
of
walked
okay.
over to Secretless.
Why'd you do that?
You look at it. No clue. You can give me a intelligence check if you like.
Should have asked me, it's probably out.
You was drunk and high in the boat's core. I'm not sure you're gonna get much help right now.
Turkey.
No, it's 8.
8. Yeah, just looks like a bunch of scribbles to you. You look at it, I have no idea at all.
Sorry, Rowan.
Alright.
The best you can summarize, you say, well, this must be like a really ancient type of writing because you know Infernal, for God's sakes, and this is, you don't even understand what this is.
Alright, I'm gonna put it back in and seal it back up.
Okay,
and
did
then-
you open the other one?
Yeah.
The 23 is good enough for both. You open the other one, written in common.
This is the one. So the one for
Gate
one
master.
Reggie.
Gate Master. As you read it through,
The Reginald.
it's basically a letter to this gate master to whom it may concern, basically. These individuals, each one of your guys' name, official business from the WAS in Faerun, allow them through
Okay,
their
that's
bidding,
passport.
Gilbert Feinstein, basically.
Okay, got it.
That's just a common letter for that, yep.
Then I'll put it back in the envelope and seal it back up.
Okay, give me one more dex check.
While we're sailing, I'll practice with the sword that Rufus gave me to see if I can be proficient in it,
Okay, give
possibly.
me,
Did you take a scimitar?
Oh,
22.
scimitar is
Yeah,
what I meant to
scimitar.
say.
You seal them right back up.
Yeah.
No one knows the
Scimitar.
difference. perfectly sealed.
What am I supposed to do, sir?
Give me just with melee. Just give me a strength check.
13.
Another one? I need 3.
3.
Just 3 rolls of 20.
And 16.
Okay.
And 13 again.
Okay. We'll come back to that, but you have the rolls, sir. Okay.
13.
We are now moving about a week ahead. So, I need 3 Constitution saving throws from you.
Oh,
20,
Okay.
Lovely.
15,
Okay.
17. They're actually pretty good.
She's climbing out of it.
Fantastic.
So, you've moved up 1 level. Hey, you moved up 3. I didn't know that.
Good point.
You moved up 1.
Dream Crusher.
Dream crusher.
Actually, you were kind of a little impressed with yourself. I mean, you feel worse, but not completely as bad as you thought you were going to.
Okay.
But at this point, yeah, even like thinking about using your weapons or swinging your sword, you just feel like I'm just not going to be up to my full self with this. You can't hold the thoughts. You can't. You're shaky. You're all that. But so we're a week ahead now.
I'm. By this time, I would have let Luna out to
Right.
run circles around the
course,
boat and keep her company as often as possible. And
You find yourself starting to get really irritated with people though.
Of course.
You're loving it for like the first 10 minutes, and then you're just like, God. And you're trying to get away, and you just want to be by yourself, and you just want to isolate.
Every day.
You guys know that she just like starting to even separate herself more. You're to the point now where you're maybe eating once a day, very little bit. You're just feeling really rough. So, weekend. Coldness now. Now you're actually seeing small icebergs. You're seeing in the distance also small glaciers that kind of just float. They seem to just be moving within the water. It's getting deathly cold at night.
That's Rufus.
As
Not
you guys
anybody inexperienced to drive the boat.
are traveling farther north.
Iceberg off your port bow.
Yes, you guys, you could feel, even your crew, you could feel the fatigue coming from them at this point. They didn't come out with the best, warmest clothes in the world, so they're getting cold down there as they're still trying to work for you, but you're starting to get these complaints of, don't you have anything to keep us warm down here, sir?
I don't know. Do we not have like metal, almost like little metal barrels almost?
braziers.
So we can start little
That thing.
fires.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can do it on the boat. Safe as you can do fires on boats.
Yeah. Now, remember, you didn't really ever look completely through this boat, so you kind of come down there, you kind of go to where you think this type of stuff would be kept, and you do find a kind of door, you open it, and there you have those
Park.
things all in there.
And an iceberg.
You know,
In fact, you find some.
probably not wanting to light
Yeah.
those below anywhere, Dick. Just
And then
for
go-
anyone who has to
go-
work above.
Searching for
And
some.
you find heavy blankets,
Polar
fur
bears.
blankets in
I
there.
was gonna
You
say.
find a stockade of stuff.
and
that
we
could
can
be
get people
useful
polar bear
for that.
jackets.
Okay.
Is this golden compass?
Yeah.
So you're on the main deck.
Yeah.
So I definitely throw on one of the big coats.
Yep. He finds like his fur stuff down there, so all you
Okay,
guys
yeah.
can throw those on there.
I'm probably loving the cool.
You want
Do we have regular
I'm
booze on
sweating to
board?
death.
where what?
Booze, whiskey, wine.
Did we buy any when we
Drink.
left?
We didn't have time.
Give me a.
I don't know if there was. This was entirely not our boat necessarily. Like you said, we haven't really.
It might have been stocked.
We haven't checked everywhere.
Give me an
Yeah.
investigation.
Hello.
I'm looking for the booze.
Oh wait.
What?
Oh,
I have an alchemy jug.
there you go.
Yes,
That was where I had come up with an idea.
Can I get some booze?
I can make beer.
Oh,
Let's make some beer.
Yeah, that would
Make
work.
that.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you had any
No.
remnants of it.
Alright, we can
Oh,
make beer.
which I don't. Because drink it all.
And we can make fresh
Good.
water too. And wine.
I can make one.
So you're gonna make up
Yeah, I'm gonna make some beer, some wine, and some water.
Maybe
Okay.
Leah just needs a little wine just to
So
make her feel a
I
little bit
need
normal.
definitely some wine up on top just to keep it warm.
I can make 2 gallons per minute.
So you drink the wine?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and drink some wine. Maybe it'll help me.
So
Yeah.
you drink it down. How much are you drinking? Just like one big one, or are you drinking constantly?
Yeah,
Or?
big
One
mug
big
or-
one. Let's start with one big one.
Okay.
One
A
medium
big
size.
port of red, huh?
Man, I misspoke.
Rosé all
Alright,
day.
so I'm making wine. 'Cause you can only make 1 liquid per day.
Oh, so
Just
big
the
one.
wine?
Okay,
Only
big
wine.
wine.
Drink it
Just
down.
wine today.
You can make beer.
Within a minute, you puke it back up on the side of the thing. You're just like, and it almost seems like it made you feel worse.
Oh, great. Thanks.
To where it's like,
She got the urge back.
and you're trying to hold
We
yourself up,
tried,
and as
yeah.
you watch, Shipman there comes Henry kind of walking around top of the ship, kind of using the breeze a little bit, looking off at the sea, kind of steps next to you as you stand there. It's going to get a lot colder.
Now you might as well.
So in that same vein, does she also see like myself and maybe some of the others enjoying
they're
the
all up
wine?
there, yeah.
Like
You see them all liking it, you're all watching. He
We're
goes,
like,
just what I needed.
how about I look
Just hanging
at
out
wine?
outside.
I'll tell you what, Larry,
warm
at this
spot.
point, I don't like watching people suffer. He takes
I'm gonna
finally
walk
goes,
up next
I'll
to
just
her.
give it to you.
He's gonna give it to you for free.
You can
They always have to
just
do
take
that
it.
first one's free. Oh, she's
Leah, don't do
You know the shakes, the withdrawals from things can sometimes kill you.
I'm gonna send Luna over to Growl.
Cute little pup.
Snap.
And he knows it came from you?
Yeah.
I've been traveling off and on the sea for the last 50 years of my life. If you think this pup scares me, you're kidding yourself.
Pup shouldn't, but I should.
It's up to you.
Nope.
Kind of puts it back, kind of steps back. Good dog.
Lesson learned.
She kind of just wanders to the other side of the boat.
Ever take something you don't know what it is. Ever.
Another
Yeah.
5 days moves by. I need 2 more.
Constitution save.
Jesus H. Christ.
Don't die.
Devil's on your shoulder.
Pray to the gods.
Oh, you did.
5.
Oh.
19.
Nice. That's better.
Definitely a 4.
Or 5.
A 4.
Yes. I need you to temporarily take half your hit points away.
71 is.
Hey, just so you know
35, 35.
what's going on.
Great.
That's a cool sheet.
I was gonna say, nice laminated sheet, but
You all have one, it's just not laminated.
we're not fancy.
You're feeling pretty weak at this point. All of you around her notice. You specifically know more than anybody else that's going on, and you're watching. You've tried your magic. You've tried other things, and it is not working. Knowing that there's
Dead soon.
about a week left on this ship until you enter the void. And you know this too. All of you know this. You're watching as Leah seems to be deteriorating around you. Your nightmares are getting worse and worse. I need a wisdom saving throw from you.
Oh, it's better and better if she gets the powers back during your nightmares.
Oh, there you go.
That's what we
She might be able to cure me.
16.
16. You all notice as Oriana kind of awakes, comes out into the main deck. It's very cold out there. She seems to be in a daze for a moment. Kind of just walking, looking up. Keeps saying this name, Serena. Where are you, Serena? She's walking over. She's looking everywhere. You're feeling this need that you feel like she is there in your mind. But now you're also starting to see her almost as a hallucination. She's on the bow of the boat, and you watch as she just jumps over the side of it. You run over to the side, look down, and there's nothing there. You snap out of it for a moment, but you have one level of temporary madness for a moment.
At least I'm not the only one that's.
I was gonna say, I'm
Okay.
hallucinating. You're sick.
So, about 2 days go by. Glacier's getting larger. Rufus, as you're watching the helm, you can see out as one of these guys are up on the crow's nest up there, kind of scream out. Place your head, sir. And you kind of take your knee, look, and you can see this huge thing floating. I'm gonna need a dexterity check for you.
Bardic inspiration?
Sure.
Yeah, and you can choose to use it or not.
I can figure it out after I roll,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Before I say I want to keep it.
Yes.
It's like a little multi-tap. You don't know how to use it.
20.
So you're able to take this large boat, steer around this. It's just goes off in this distance.
Now, having gone through one with that, we've got, what are the things called? The mangonels on the front, on the top. I want to position those forward
Okay.
and
To
almost
fire
get
at
them
these.
ready. And almost, yeah, if we can knock them down, make them weaker to get through,
Okay.
pick them up some.
I'm going to gently remind Rufus that if you need something in the water to help,
In the water? Oh, yeah, you could, well, What?
if we need to tow through,
What can
I'm
yeah, if we have to go
checking.
slower,
Yes.
keep that in mind.
The
So,
boat's wood, right? Is there any metal on the mast at all?
you guys push through the last. You got another 5 days left, 6 days before you know this void may be approaching. 3 more days pass. I'm gonna need another Constitution saving throw when you come back.
Of course you do. When I die, I hope you feel happy about it.
Got some
You're
dust.
satisfied with yourself when I turn you into a pile of dust.
No.
A former shell of myself. You said how many? 1 or 2? Go.
I can turn into a killer whale if need be.
14. You have 5.
Okay. You guys see that Leah isn't up walking around as normal she is. You find her basically in the bed, unable to move, sick, sweating. As you are all seeing this, Toothless Henry pushes his way through. He says, "Lady, perhaps you make it to Midgard safely. Someone there may be able to help you with this sickness. But as you are now, you will not survive the void."
You gotta
And
try
he just,
this. You gotta
in front of
try
all you
this.
guys, he sits the vial there.
I mean, you might as well now.
I don't know, Leah, maybe you should just give it
Yeah.
a shot.
You're not gonna make it.
I'd rather die than be dependent on something else.
Alright.
You're depending on someone fixing you now. Your magic friends have attempted. They cannot. Perhaps in Midgard. It's a hope. But as you stand now,
All right, group meeting, team meeting.
Maybe just the one time and then figure it out.
What do you guys think?
I think you're out of choices. Your choice has been forced upon you.
Well, unless you're actually going to die for it.
do the rolls.
Yeah.
It's tough. Odds are against you.
Not ready to lose another friend. And we can get you off of this. Then
You sure about that?
we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
If not, I'm sure we can find you more of anything else.
If not,
Right
then
now,
you'll just be
depending
on
on some other
drugs.
crack product.
The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result. You've tried that 5 times and failed.
All right,
Nice one, Mark.
I'm gonna take the vial and
You pop it. You snort it in.
Just bounce
of course.
You ever seen that Jeffrey scene with Rise straight with the adrenaline? No. But you basically,
He's
you
bouncing
for a
off
moment,
the walls.
you just, the vial kind of drops out of your hand onto your side.
This is like train spot.
Put that over.
As all the aches and pains and everything goes away. You stand up immediately.
Let's get 5
The
more
first thing you
fails
want
before
is
we're
to eat something. You're
5
very
on this trip.
hungry.
I will give her any food
And
that I
you
have
just-
anywhere near me.
back to your old self. In fact, you feel a little bit above your old self. Maybe because you felt bad for the last 2 weeks, or maybe it's just a little extra
3
kick.
weeks, yeah.
But you're feeling pretty good. You're feeling pretty good as you kind of get up, and you're like, "I'll get you food." You're like, "No, I get it myself. I'm here. I'm getting you." Charge your way up.
I'm gonna grab him by the scruff of his neck.
Maybe now you learn how to row the boat.
How much more do you have?
I think you're.
How much more do you have?
Downstairs in my bag.
Go get it. All of it.
Man, I think
All
you're
of
going
it.
after the wrong person. I did not get her to start this.
I am aware of that, but I need to keep her okay. Go get it.
Give me an intimidation roll.
You got it.
That was intimidating.
Yeah, kind of was.
Well, you gotta think she's a big orc.
Yeah.
Half.
17.
Kind of cowers down a little bit as you're holding. Fine, can I at least get some compensation, right? Yeah. A silver piece for my trouble.
I'll give him a gold.
He's like,
Just go get
they
it.
could just
All of
go ahead
it.
and
All of it.
Takes the phone, goes down, brings it up.
You know,
He
get my
brings
more.
this.
All right.
You got the sailors.
I'm gonna, when she comes back, I'm keeping this. It is in the bag of holding. If you start feeling crappy again, come to me. And I will make sure you are okay, and I will make sure that this doesn't get away from you.
The spice, there's enough there for about a month.
Okay.
Looking at using it to keep normal. You can maybe get away with twice a week. It's very potent, way more potent than
3 months journey.
Halcyon's drink. Way, the lasting effect is longer before you need it again. So that's pretty good.
No.
How
Do
much?
I have a feeling from,
3 months, right?
Huh?
How
3
long?
weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I stand correct.
do I have a feeling that Halcyon may have spiked his liquor with this drug?
3 months. I'll come back next week.
No,
No?
it's just
All
totally
right.
something different.
All right.
Yeah, totally something different.
Might
Okay,
wanna-
guys, so you sail out through the night.
See if I remember all that.
The next couple days, pretty good. You managed to dive some glaciers, but all in all, it's pretty cold. You notice the next morning, no sunrises, no wind blows, no sky to see, just blackness.
We must have hit the void.
As the ship just drops below you. I need wisdom saving throws from everybody.
$11.
6.
17. That new stuff must have messed
Okay.
up.
When'd you send me?
What was yours again?
Natural one.
Natural one. Okay. I need you to roll me a percentile dice also.
Fuck it up. Sorry, guys.
I got a 3, so.
You said you got a 6.
Well, yeah, plus my last one.
That's what you got.
That's it, and that's all.
You didn't get
77.
No fuss, no fuss. No cocoa puffs.
Don't know if that means anything, but it's 77.
Yes.
That means how
What
much
is that, crackhead Brian's over
You-
there?
You're filled with fear, as you are,
Crackhead.
Oriana.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, my God,
unfortunately,
you're
Leah,
filled
you
with
just
fear.
got off the exhaustion road, and it seems like you're heading there again.
I have a beard in right now. I'd definitely be curling my mustache at you.
The three of you, Leah,
So number
Oriana,
one?
and Kari, yes, the fear just overtakes you as you watch your ship just fall into blackness.
forever?
It just seems to disappear as you guys kind of feel yourself floating.
Continuously falling?
Just still disappears in the blackness. Just gone.
Are we still
ship-
with the boat?
No. You guys feel as if you're kind of floating in this in between nowhere. You see these large,
Can we breathe?
yes, you see these large stones, rocks seem to be floating in directions beneath your feet. You also look up and around you, you see these tentacle creatures, cone-shaped bodies that seem to vanish in and out of sight. As you guys all land, I need everybody to put themselves somewhere on there. You guys kind of all land down there. As you
So what
see,
did we do? We landed the boat there?
We
the
landed
boat
on
just seems to be
this
going right now.
orb.
Oh, we just fell through all the
Yeah.
boat didn't go with us.
Boat went bye-bye.
You guys kind of all land in this area. As you look up, you see this creature begin to float down towards you. 3 hooked feet, eyes along its body, looking down on you, tentacles that wave upwards in the air. As it lands, dead center in front of all of you.
Good spot to put it.
I'm gonna ask for initiative from everybody. As it just lurks towards you. Okay.
Doesn't always be best to go first. Sometimes it's something.
Yeah, it's not necessarily like, ooh, I'm first.
20 to 25.
20.
20.
Attack.
You go first. Unless you skip your turn.
Okay.
15 to 20.
16, 19.
10 to 15.
No. 6.
Oh boy.
Can you make it around to me?
Whoa, dark.
Yeah, for just trivia fact, it's actually a Lovecraft creature. So,
The ancient one.
this thing kind of just lands there. Eyes, like I said, everywhere. Mouths that just appear out of its shape. You notice also this purplish flesh, but just black ooze that kind of just drips from it all over its body, like a thick syrup. What you want to do?
Is that dust that I have magical, or is it like just on its own, like the staff?
No, dust itself is you made a
So
magic.
I can try to blow some at it.
Yes,
Paralyze it.
Yes. Does that work as a saving throw for me, correct?
15 dexterity save.
Okay.
Nice.
Let a lot out.
So you blows as it just thing is kind of with his hook moves to the side as it just goes, flares into the air.
Which side do you move to?
That'll be your action.
Okay, yeah.
Which side do you move?
But I can move though.
Sure, you can try.
I'm right in
You
front of
can
it.
certainly
That's right.
try.
I'm right in front of it. Never mind. I'll just stay with her. Shit.
Yeah, I don't know. Does he have eyes?
They appear in different areas.
Yeah, so I don't know where he's looking. I would not suggest moving.
They're all around it. What you
I
can
don't know
see,
who's gonna get opportunity, disadvantage, advantage.
what you can see is,
He's probably seeing all around.
yes, it appears all around, mouths open all around.
He's the panoramic monster.
What's its, I'm thinking about casting blindness, but what's its threshold?
Well, you just have to roll.
You have to roll. I can say that.
You guys just tell me before I roll.
I think
I don't want to burn a turn.
I think I gotta make a roll against you. Correct, that's a saving throw for me, I believe.
That was a nice try.
No, it's not. Actually, you know what? I was torn. He said cast blindness, but I was just gonna do clench fist.
Okay. Boom. So his hand appears here. Huge hand. I believe you can use it off the first time too when you cast it.
Huh?
You want to
Yeah, I think you can use it.
Yeah, I can. It's just I get 4d8 force damage.
Right, but you gotta roll to hit me first. So give me an attack roll.
It's just 20, right?
Yep. And then you add your magic attack bonus with it. 6 or 7.
7.
7.
Okay, so add 7 to your roll.
11.
Okay. So, Bigby's hand again goes to punch it, and just kind of get what he's moves out of the way. And it misses. So that'd be your turn this time. Okay, Ruth, it's your
Well, I get an
turn.
extra.
Next time around, you can use it as a bonus action and get your action.
Let's go.
First, bring it out. It's all one.
Alright.
I'm not locking this. So what I will do, first off, I will burn a grit. Taking out pistol.
Okay.
And I'm using that grit to make this a violent shot.
Okay.
So.
Oh, my water bottles were dirty. And I had just cleaned this last night.
29.
29 does hit.
Good.
So you kind of pull,
Good.
as it's like moving around, avoiding these other things, you pull your gun out and you just seem to nail it right to the side there.
Alright.
So you made damage.
So I got the 2
You crazy.
It's on the boat, so.
Alright, so 17.
Nice hit. Okay, so you fire into it. As you notice how normal creatures will sometimes spin towards you to look at what hit it, this time after you hit it, another eye opens up on its side right here where it is.
So now with like the other pistol,
Okay.
coming up again. 16, 21 plus 7, 28.
28 does hit. You made
Now
damage.
it's just 1. Still, 16.
Another 16. Okay. Bam. So you fire off again as its hooks kind of start to move in your direction.
Brock gets to go, yeah?
Yes.
Alright, well, Brock wants to go.
B-Rock.
B-Rock is definitely doing his little thing. He misses completely. Natural.
I did a percentile dice.
Percentile dice.
Yep.
I've got it.
Not so bad. You got hit back. Maybe Brock is ready for this.
49. No, he was like, this is cool. No, it's not.
Brock's armor class.
His armor class is 17.
Okay. So Brock kind of takes both hands to try to just come down this thing. Moves aside. Brock gets around and his tentacle just whips and hits Brock. Brock is going to take. $22 points of damage. Okay. And Brock is knocked prone.
Yep.
Okay. Rowan here.
Alright, I'm just going to get a poison dart and try to shoot him with a crossbow.
Okay, and that will be a sneak attack.
Okay.
Technically, it's assassination. Well, because he hasn't had a turn yet. He had an opportunity attack, but that's not really a turn. So you'll get assassination. So anything that hits is a critical. So give me 2 20s, your proficiency die. You got your dexterity modifier to it.
17.
17 hits. So that means you give me double damage on everything. So give me
19.
everything is double damage. So roll
5d6.
Yep. So that will be 10d6, and your arrow damage and the poison damage.
Okay.
So this should be a handful of dice here.
Let's just see.
Show me the damage.
26 to start.
Okay. Is that total now? What's
Yeah.
26, 39? Okay.
And that's that one. Then I also get to do my poison dart, which is 2d8.
So now it'll be, is it regularly 1d8?
No, it's regular 2, so it's
So
4.
4d8.
10 and 13, 23.
Okay.
Good job.
And plus add your dexterity modifier, just one time.
So 28 in the last section. And 30
All
in the
right.
first section.
So,
39.
yeah, you nail right into this thing. And you can see it kind of, you hurt it pretty bad, and you shock it. Now these eyes, these different mouths on the side in your direction kind of open up. As his tentacles just kind of wave in the air. So it's not happy. It's its turn. The first thing I need is everybody give me a wisdom saving throw.
11.
13.
13.
12.
Oh, 13.
13. Okay, yes, so you're all going to take 9 points of psych damage, and you are all at disadvantage on your next attack.
You're bad.
Okay, now,
How many?
I'm not level 1.
9. Okay,
I basically don't like them now. I went back to level 1. Taking that crack rock.
okay, so, Ron, as you're standing there, you just get your fire off. You can see these mouths, like I said, open edge. You see one of the tentacles just reach out towards you. It has a 15-foot reach.
Okay.
So it's able to.
Whip me or grab me.
Yep. So let's see here.
Use uncanny dodge.
That will help with the damage, but 21 to hit. So you are hit, and you will take 22 points of damage, so half that. So you'll take 11. But you are pulled right up against it. So you move the guy right up against him, he pulls you right up to him. Okay, his second. But he's not holding you. He pulls you up and releases you. That's a tentacle though, so he just grabs you, you're there.
Yeah.
He's gonna go for a tentacle with you. He actually misses with your armor class. So it kind of moves past you, you kind of move out of the way. Third one, she's gonna go for you.
Quick. It's like Keanu Reeves.
This is with you too. So, Kari, we're up. Remember, you're at disadvantage on this attack.
Excellent. Let's do one thing that doesn't cause
First time for that
attack. My range is 30 feet. I'm gonna try and cast Blight on him.
Is that what you have to roll?
Yeah, he's got to roll.
You got it.
So that way I'm not at disadvantage.
Okay, then it is
I hear you.
Constitution save.
Okay.
What's a good thing?
20.
It's alright.
No.
So just
17.
Just missed.
No, you take half.
Let's say, come on, consolation
yes.
prize.
Yes. 88.
Most of those are
So
good like that.
48.
Still pretty good.
Okay.
Still hurts.
Yes, he takes nothing.
Oh.
It's called avoidance. If I succeed in the roll, he takes it. If I
No.
fail, he takes half.
You got it. All right.
So yeah, he just.
That was my big spell. Excellent.
Okay, so top around. Oriana, you're up.
I'm not sure.
Okay. There you go.
Alright, I'm gonna try. Good old Bixby's hand again.
Yeah, he's already out, so you just keep where he's at. You don't go away. You got him there. And you can move him and all that stuff. Okay,
All
so
right.
give me that first, then we'll do your attacks next.
I'm nervous. I don't want to let it go.
Yeah, and you had your spell attack also. Don't forget.
18.
18 hits. So, give me the damage. That's 48, correct?
Yes.
All right, so roll that out for me.
$22.
Okay, now remember, your attack, that's magical attack, your attack, disadvantage. Your melee, you personally are at disadvantage on attacks, is what he did.
Okay.
So you can attack him. You have 2 attacks. You're just going to be at disadvantage when you do it.
Oh, if I do another one.
Yeah, now you doing it. That was basically seeing.
Oh, that was
Now you
basically
have
10.
your
So now I
action.
can do another one.
Yeah.
All right,
Right.
so now I'm going to take out the fire sword
And say
and just
fire.
jump up and try to
Inspiration with
and
that.
stab him.
Okay, so you're going to kind of run it right to him and shh. So give me the attack. Remember, it's at disadvantage.
Yeah, but you definitely can still take the inspiration.
And you're using it as a defender, right? So you get to have the +3 that you can add for your attack.
Yeah, because the fire
It is the
defender
defender.
extra
Any pluses
D6
go on
fire
both
damage.
sides, right?
So I get an extra D6 fire damage
Right, if
with
you
the
hit.
defender.
Yep.
Yeah.
If you hit him.
So you gave me inspiration
I
those
gave
times
you
2
an
20s and his 8,
This-
right?
Yep.
Sound different.
And your proficiency die, because you're proficient with that. So
So
it's actually 2 8s and 2 20s.
Remember, all the pluses go for
Don't
both the
miss.
20s.
Yeah, because it's, yeah.
Let them both be good.
7, 10, so 10.
That's the lower one?
Yeah.
And are you adding your, yeah. Okay. So, you run up, gonna strike Swarm, so you're right up against him. I need a percentile dice again.
That's it,
And a
right?
10 too. Each one.
Yeah, thank you. 65.
Okay. So, you get up there, get your sword, you miss. As you stand there, you see this mouth kind of open up out and just bite onto you. Yeah, that is 29. Okay. You're gonna
I'm
take.
operating the ultimate proficiency tonight, guys.
Not quite.
Okay, you take. So 5,
So the hand worked, but
13, 13 plus 8, 21 points of piercing damage as this thing just bites right into you. It releases you out, you're kind of just standing there looking right at it. You do have one more attack.
I do?
Yep, try it again.
You want to go again?
Go again.
That was
Try
just his reaction immediately to that attack.
Yep.
A little better.
So I get
But
2 20s. 2
now
20s,
it's just
right?
1 8 unless someone wants to give up
Yeah,
another one.
Yeah, 1 8's fine.
So just, yep, the 1 8.
Edge.
10.
You just kind of miss again.
I had an 18, by the way, and a 6.
As you stand there, you're right in front of this thing, your blade burning, because it's just, these different eyes open up, all look right down at you. Okay, that is your turn. Rufus, you're up.
Brock's gonna go first. He's gonna spend half of it to get up.
Okay.
And he's at disadvantage as well.
Yes.
Okay, so he's gonna try first of his 2 attacks on him.
How do we get out of this thing?
Okay, well,
We have to get out of this
no, it's not that 10 doesn't
No,
go.
it's, no,
First
this
one.
is the first time?
And coming up for the second.
Yeah, the spell I didn't
So he's
succeeded.
this thing is just quick, as his tentacles moving out your turn.
Okay, and then Rufus is up.
Well, at least I'm not a little
know what he's gonna
fine
do?
anymore. I probably would be dead right now.
That's why
He will.
I.
He's gonna burn a grit
Yeah.
to turn the disadvantage
So I guess
into
good thing I took
regular.
the.
Correct. And I still get my beats.
Okay.
Was candy?
Maybe she should take another dose to give her a little bit of extra kick to like this.
Oh, yeah. No.
Yeah. She's gonna say no.
What?
She's already at negative how many points?
Yeah, you know what? Okay, so I'll just stick.
I lost 30 health points.
I have like 41 left.
Crazy. Okay. Yeah, we're pretty much like close enough into him anyway. We're like 5-10 feet away from him.
I'm okay.
Yep.
All right, so
Use your musket.
use my musket, just like blunderbuss,
Rufus can kill him
big
right
ass
now.
gun,
Okay.
almost touching this guy.
Going for the gut.
Oh, okay, cool. 20, yeah, 21, 25,
That's a hit.
7.
You got it. Give me
All
damage.
right, let's hit him. Let's hit him. All right, cool.
Battleship
14.
song. Battleship song.
14. Okay, right upon you doing that, as he gets the first shot into him, one of his tentacles come out, attempting to hit you.
Oh, bitch stuff. That's fresh.
14, 28. Gotta hit. So
Yeah.
you're gonna take 16 points of damage, but now you're pulled right up against him. So now you're right there up against him.
Whiplash.
So he pulls you right up. Right up there. So now he's like hovering over you. You're looking up, but you do have another attack.
Okay, this one will have to just be at disadvantage with the pistol.
It would have been either way because it's
19.
19 hits.
Okay.
So now you're like right up against that. Fire his pistol right up into it.
8.
Okay. Bam, so you fire right up into this thing as it lets out this weird scream as the tentacles, its eyes all flash open, its mouth now. As you fire, one of the mouths will start to reach out towards you. Alright, so, Rowan, you're up.
Alright. I'm going to take my great axe and try to swing for one of its legs to make this tripod a fallen stool.
Okay, so you're gonna throw it, or are you gonna just run up to it? Are you gonna run up to it and hit it?
Yeah, I
It's
just
on
want
your poop thing. I mean, that.
You're gonna run up to it and hit it?
Stool.
Right?
I just want to whack a leg.
Okay, but it's still a sneak attack, so you're at advantage, yeah.
How do I get sneak attack?
Because it's engaged with another player, Rose.
He's engaged with like all of us.
I blame the one.
I'm on disadvantage, but I get sneak attack.
Yeah, so that'll just be regular.
So one.
You don't get advantage on it.
That's fine. Still better. That's good. No, 7 and 9, 16.
Plus.
What's my dexterity?
Yes.
21.
Yeah.
That's a hit, right? So give
That's
me,
what those modifiers
so give me your
are.
sneak attack dice and I believe it's a great axe, it's a d12.
Yep, that's
So
it.
5d6 and a d12 and your strength modifier. 5d6.
I got it. Oh, crap. 9, 10, 15, a d12.
Okay.
My strength?
Yeah.
22.
How much is the great axe? I already got that in there.
It was 4.
4? Okay.
It was included in there.
Okay. Alright.
Actually, I did not get the higher end of the d12.
Still good. Alright, so you kind of, and the axe sticks into his hoof, bottom of his leg here, as it's black oozy stuff, this syrup starts just caking over his great axe as you kind of rip it out of it. Stumbles, but didn't take it completely off. But again, these eyes now are all looking at you, and it's turn.
I have a question.
So you're right
I
up
held
there.
it actually. So
Oh yeah, it's your turn. Yep.
not that I'm gonna use right now, but if I is the iron flask magic on its own too, or
No,
do I?
it's its own thing. The flask is its own thing. She don't control the magic in it. It's a
Oh,
magical
no.
item.
As far, but what do you mean by that?
She wants to put the thing in the
Well, I'm
flask.
just gonna try and do.
Do you mean like using that counts as your turn?
Yeah.
No, I know. Because
She
it counts
doesn't
as my
have
turn.
magic.
I don't have magic.
I see
so
what you're-
any items I have that are
Yeah, it's by itself. It's
Yeah.
separate from you.
Do you want to try it?
It is.
Yeah, go.
Your turn now. Okay. That is a con roll.
I'm
Or was
sorry.
it-
It's
I think so.
Wisdom. DC 17. Wisdom.
I rolled a 17 with modifier. So you pull it there. You see it kind of, for a moment, want to be pulled in, and it isn't. So the one thing you do know is this could work on this creature. It just didn't work this time.
Okay.
Okay? So it is now its turn. Again, I need everybody to give me wisdom saving throws.
19.
That's good.
3.
13.
Oh.
Damn.
21.
11.
Let's do you first. You take 3 points of damage, and you're not at disadvantage. The rest of you take 7 points of damage, and you're still all at disadvantage on your attacks and disruption. Yeah, she's got the 21. Right, so yep. All right, so now it's gonna do its thing. Alright, first attack, it is going to attempt to bite you. 14, 22 does hit. You are going to take
It's going to take a little bit more than that.
23 points of damage.
Alright.
Does it bite
Not
you?
that much more damage. You know, take it easy. Take it easy. 23?
Yep. It's going to attempt to hit you with a tentacle there. Misses again. And it's going to attempt to hit you with a tentacle now, okay?
As far away as I am?
15-foot range.
Right?
And does not succeed. As his tentacle at both of you, does not succeed. That's its turn. Carter, you're
Long
up.
distance high five. Alright. Let's try this again. I'm gonna try and cast the moonbeam.
Okay.
Give me another con save.
Okay. 24.
Phooey! Fine.
Okay. So, top of round.
Big moment.
Oriana, what do you want to do?
Try to trap in the iron flask again.
Okay. And
I like
it is a wisdom, correct?
Yeah, 17.
Okay. So, I will roll 100% all dice on this.
Maybe you got a tentacle, but not the whole thing.
You hold this flask up. As you do, you watch it kind of fight off for a moment. That's it begins to disintegrate and come into this flask. Now, as you're holding this flask, you're going to put this top on this thing, but you feel like it could just split this thing
That
apart.
really wasn't a good idea.
It's vibrating in your hand as you kind of lose grip of it as it drops on this rock, just kind of bouncing, but not out. Immediately, for you guys, everything begins to turn black. As this thing is bouncing, you hear these screams shrieking through your mind. You all feel yourself spinning and spinning and spinning, just downwards to complete blackness. And that's where we're on tonight's game.
So even that now
We're gone.
is gone. And it's
Temporarily.
Look at it as the feeling of blacking out. That feeling before you faint, where everything just goes black. It's that kind of feeling. It feels very much of a...
So we can't communicate with each other.
At that moment. You felt
very,
this,
the very weird dream transition.
it was like a pulling force into blackness.
Okay.
And that's where we're on tonight's game.
On note, hold on, let's do this the right way. How's it go?
Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe!
Thank you. See you guys next time.